have in my presence at this moment. I found this little honeybee, and she was outside on my patio, very cold and not moving very well at all. I actually picked her up with my hands. She didn't bite, she didn't sting, she was way too cold. I put her in here to help her warm up. I'm going to let her free here in just a few minutes, but honeybees are very important to our deen. There's a whole chapter in the Quran about honeybees, and the honeybee was referred to with the female noun or pronouns. This is important because the Quran was written before there was any scientific knowledge of this. And of course we know this now. Let me play a little video for you.
Did you know only female bees produce honey? They are also known as worker bees. Female bees are responsible of the majority of tasks and functioning of the honeybee colony. This was explicitly demonstrated in the Quran over 1400 years ago. In chapter B, God says, "And your Lord inspired the bees. Make your homes in the mountains, the trees, and in what people construct, and feed from the flower of any fruit you please, and follow the ways your Lord has made easy for you. From their bellies comes forth liquid of varying colors, in which there is healing for people. Surely in this is a sign for those who reflect." This is just a translation. In the Quran, the female pronouns are used explicitly, which is muannath. The Quran also uses the feminine form of the verbs in this verse.
Now, one thing that I have just come into knowledge of is that this whole thing, this push to get this mRNA thing into our bodies, they're not just doing it through, snake bites. I'm using that in code. But they're also putting it into our food systems. They are putting it into the animals that we eat, the mass market animals. Unfortunately, I don't live so close to a halal market, so I don't really have a choice some of the meats that I eat. But I just heard recently that they are actually going to release some bees that have this mRNA technology in them. So I want you to be mindful of that. There is a heavy, heavy sin for messing with honeybees. There's a heavy, heavy sin for killing a honeybee. That's why this little girl, she will be released here in just a few minutes. But be mindful of what they're doing to our food supply, to our systems, to our bodies. They're trying to change it from the way Allah intended.